Ireland and the UK. And a lot of people don't know, I guess, that Ireland and the UK are two separate countries, I guess you would say. There are two islands. There's the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland on one island. The Republic of Ireland is part of the European Union, so they use euros. And by the way, the exchange rate is $1.40 per US dollar. We got clobbered on the exchange rate. The Northern Ireland is part of the UK, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. So the other island contains Great Britain, Wales, and Scotland, plus Northern Ireland. And they are not part of the European Union, and they use the pound sterling, which, by the way, the exchange rate is $1.68 per US dollar.
Oh.
Very expensive over there. But it was a great time. They're also quite a bit farther north than a lot of Americans think. At least we didn't think so. We brought shorts, and it was cool and showery. We didn't think the weather was that great until we got back home into this humidity and these jungle tropics and downpours. And also the food is a lot of meat and potatoes. We went to a sheep farm and we saw a little baby lamb that had just been born that morning. So lamb was off my menu for the rest of the trip. And my daughter started telling people she was a vegetarian. Then she started ordering off the kids' menu just so she could get some pasta. But it was a great time. We went all around the Republic of Ireland. It's very green, very beautiful. Northern Ireland, they have this wonderful new Titanic exhibit. You may not know that the Titanic was built in Belfast. They have quite a shipbuilding operation there, and the Titanic was built there, and they have this wonderful new interactive museum about the Titanic and the building of it. So we went through that in Belfast, went over to Scotland. Things started to improve. The weather improved when we got to Scotland. Loved Edinburgh. That was wonderful. We saw, the castle there, Edinburgh Castle, the Elephant House, Coffee House, which is where J.K. Rowling wrote the first book of Harry Potter, in the back room, and she had a view of Edinburgh Castle, which was the inspiration for Hogwarts. We took a tour that night, a ghost tour. They have all these vaults in Edinburgh, these really cool vaults. And so we went into them. There's all sorts of stories about these vaults, and we were under the city and all over. It was pretty cool. And went through. Oh, we had haggis. Yeah. Enough said. Let's see. We went down into Great Britain, London. We had a wonderful time in London. Our hotel was right near Victoria Station, so right in the heart of London. We went out, we walked to the London Eye, which is this huge, it's like a Ferris wheel, it's an observation wheel. So we walked there and walked right by Buckingham Palace and Parliament and Big Ben, and got on the observation wheel and saw all of London. Went to the Tower of London. That was pretty cool. And that was a place of torture. A lot of beheadings. Anne Boleyn was beheaded there. But it was also a palace. And, this is where the king lived, in the beginning. So it was also, and it was quite comfortable. I was surprised at the tower. It really was furnished quite well when you think of the Tower of London as just a place of torture. So let's see, what else? We went to a medieval castle, to a festival, a night. You know, everybody, all the waiters and everything were dressed in medieval times, and the music and the menu was all from the Middle Ages. That was fun. Went to an Irish cabaret. I loved the Irish dancing. That was great, with the clogs and the stomping, and we heard Danny Boy at least 3 times while we were in Ireland, and it was a good time. Let me see if I can think of anything else. I think that covered it. So a lot of fun. Saw the changing of the guards. The Obamas were in Dublin and Belfast the same time we were there, which didn't really disrupt us at all. And some museums, went to a museum in Dublin, which is really cool. They have bogs in Ireland, and they actually burn these bogs. They dig up the topsoil, I guess, and dry it out, and they will actually burn it. And if you fall into one of these bogs, you are preserved forever and ever. They have uncovered a man who fell in like 3000 BC. They dug him out. They found out. He's in the museum. He's very real. Look, he even has red hair. You know, it's amazing what a preservative those bogs are. So make sure you don't fall into a bog. Let's see, we learned a lot about the history, great history over there, a lot of scenery, a lot of fun. We made scones, went to a sheep farm. We had some wonderful traveling companions. It's a lot of fun. I recommend it.